going on, everybody? Thanks as always for tuning in to PDubs Arcade Loft, hanging out here on YouTube. What's up, Chris? You're the first one here, brother. You win the prize. You win the prize, man. You win the prize. So I figured I'd pop on and just do a little like Q&A. I actually have some, depending on how many people we get showing up, I actually have some questions for you guys related to some upcoming content. That who better to ask than you guys? You guys are the ones that consume the content, right? So ask you guys about some stuff that, do you want to see this? Do you not want to see this? But also hang out with you guys late at night. Ultimate chill stream, man. Ultimate chill stream. And you guys can, ask me anything. Q&A. Try and keep it. Don't try to bait me into getting myself in trouble. But if you want to ask me about any topic, go ahead. Put your questions in there. No super chats necessary. We can talk about all kinds of stuff. Let me try and get a little arcade romance going on here. There we go. There we go. Yeah, let's do that. A little arcade romance. Let's set the vibe a little bit, right? All right, let's see who's here. Shreddy B's here, Joe's here, Giovanni's here. Sometimes he consumes his home arcade. Biggie's here, Sir Sega's here, Danny Z, Sightings on 18 Wheels, Calvin Wong, Chris C. See, it's 9 o'clock here where I'm at because I'm in Mountain Time. It's 9 o'clock here, Mountain Time, so it's not that late for me. It might be late for some people on the East Coast. Some people got work tomorrow, but tomorrow's Friday, right? So that's pretty cool, right? Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. It's all at PDubs Arcade Loft. Make sure you guys join my Discord server. We're having a blast in my Discord server. I love it. It's like my favorite hangout place. And if people are trying to get a hold of me, ask me questions and stuff, it's usually a good place to go because I've been responding to people quickly there, making it a priority and stuff. Giovanni, he's making up, guys. He does all those DDR hand pump stuff for your arcade 1-ups. I think I featured that on a stream in the past. Make sure you join my Discord. You can get in touch with Giovanni and all that kinds of stuff, right? Jason, are you here? Yeah, you are. Jason, the little alien. Could you do me a favor? Could you share a link to my Discord in the chat? Oh, you already did. Look at that. You're way ahead of me, brother. God, I love Jason. Jason's been working so hard. I've been trying to get a hold of like all the people that he does these moderation for, and I've been trying to get hold of everybody to see if we can like come up with a gift to give him for all his hard work. Think about it. He's on every stream doing this for everybody. That's hours out of his life. He deserves something for doing all this moderation work for free. Whatchamacallit. But I haven't been able to get that worked out, so maybe I'll just give him a gift all on my own. Rainwater Games is here. Welcome back, Rainwater. How are you, man? I actually got a funny story for you, Rainwater. Rainwater, don't go anywhere. The Nerd Jock podcast is here. What's up? Yeah, man, we're just doing late night Q&A. Shreddy B likes Black Tiger. Yeah, we talked about that on a stream recently, dude. Black Tiger's a great arcade game. So, hold on. Let me see if I can find my thing. I got something funny to show you. How many of you guys out there in the live chat have heard of the Power Gamers? Have you guys heard of that? I gotta see if I can find my pic here. Okay, here we go. Okay, hold on. Let me send this over. So, I guess like Papa Brad and all them, a bunch of other YouTubers, Nix and all them, Rainwater Games, they're coming up with this new group. They call themselves the Power Gamers, right? And hold on, I gotta send this picture from my phone because I created it on my phone, and I gotta send it to my PC here. That way I can get it up on the camera for you. You guys are gonna love this. This is hilarious. Let me just save this because I don't want you guys to see this just yet. Go Power Gamers. Yeah, the Power Gamers, right? Like they're calling themselves the Power Gamers and all that stuff. All right, so let's get that off of there. All right, so let's see. Do I have? Maybe it's Brooklyn. Is it Brooklyn Menace who has the videos? Who has the videos? Rainwater that has the Power Rangers, like a thumbnail or something that shows all your guys' pictures. Who has it? You guys got to see this. This is funny. Let's try Brooklyn Menace, right? Somebody had like a picture of all their Power Gamer stuff, like all your little computer heads. Nick's reviews. All right, let me find Nick's reviews. What the heck, man? I thought this was like right on their landing page. Rainwater, can you like get me a link or something, bro? Where I can show people all your logos and that way I can make my joke? Don't worry, it's nothing mean. I think you guys will find it funny. But okay, so like for instance, well, here's one I found. You guys will like this. Yeah, DM me something, Rainwater, that's got like all your little face logos. So they call themselves the Power Gamers. Like here's Nick's reviews, and they've done all these little like funny heads, and they all have their own funny heads, right? And let's see. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be allowed in the Power Gamers. So let me see if he's going to DM me. I don't want to, you got to get the context to get the joke, but trust me, it's worth the wait, all of you waiting out there. Patrick's World, party on, guys, party on. Come on. I can't find your guys' stuff. I literally, oh wait, well here's one. Let's see if we can. No, well, that's the thing. So they all have these M&M. Yeah, but somebody posted, like, is it a community post with the Power Gamers? Or is it a video? Ah, here he is. I found it. All right, so check. So I thought this was funny. I'm not knocking it because, you know, I love it when a plan comes together. Isn't that what Hannibal said on the A-Team? So you got, like, Nyx, MJP, Brooklyn, Rainwater Games. I don't know who all these people are down here, but everyone created their own M&M heads, right? Everyone created their own like M&M heads. So you guys might not know this, but I did actually submit an application to be in the Power Gamers, and I got denied, ladies and gentlemen. I got denied. Apparently they didn't like my M&M head that I made. Here it is, guys. They declined it. They said I wasn't cool enough. This is me. This is me if I was in the Power Gamers. Look at my grumpy old ass. Oh, I love it. I love it. So if you go here, like here's all them, right? And then I'm like, you know what? If I was in the Power Gamers, this would be me. Oh, so I made it. I submitted the application. Brooklyn Menace declined it. I am not allowed to be in the Power Gamers. Oh, I should make this like an emoji on my channel or something, you know? I think this is hilarious. And I did this with AI, baby. I did this with... Look at the old liver spots on my M&M. Look at the hair, the glasses. Isn't this great? I freaking love it, man. So just so you guys know, I am the outcast. I am not allowed to be in the Power Gamers. So there you guys go. That was my joke. No, they never talked to me. I never talked to them about this, but I saw this. I thought it was adorable. And I was like, you know, maybe I should make one for myself just to see what it would look like. Anyway, there you guys go. All right. Keep it up, man. Hey, man, it's a group of friends having fun on YouTube. I'm not going to knock that. You know, I mean, there's a lot of people that knock everything that everybody does. And, you know, it's a group of friends having fun on YouTube. You know, I have close knit friends on YouTube and we have fun together. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? So, anyway, a couple questions here. What I'll ask you guys a question, then you guys ask me a question. So, for instance, here, when it comes to live streaming games, just a thought. What do you guys want to see? If you guys even want to see some games live stream, because sometimes it's fun to watch a game demo and make up your own mind. Do you guys want to see indie games? Do you guys want to see virtual pinball? I still have content I need to make for Pinball M. I haven't done that yet. Or do you guys want to see like arcade games? Like we could play a bunch of old arcade games. Like there's a bunch of games I would love to live stream and have fun, such as like King. Like we'll have to play them through emulation through like a PC build, like CoinOps or Project Core Type R or something. Like we'll do like I want to play Kangaroo and you know a couple of these other ones, Mappy and stuff. Like we could do that. Because it's easy to capture the screen, get you guys the audio and all that. Pointing cameras at arcade machines is a pain in the butt, and sometimes a stream can't look pretty if you can't do it. Also, I do need to live stream my Labyrinth pinball. I got that pretty much set up. That's been fun to set up. I'm waiting on my Invisiglass. So once my invisible glass gets here, that way I can actually stream these stuff. Like, you can turn down the back box settings, but there's still, because there's multiple LCD screens, there's still too much glare. So it doesn't look good when you have a camera pointed at it, in my opinion. You got to have the invisible glass that doesn't bounce off anything. I should do a Qbert stream. I know Papa Brad's been wanting me to do a Qbert stream for a long time, so you guys let me know what you're into, like, and I'm gonna write it down. And keep in mind, I don't do it very often because not very many people watch gameplay live streams, but they are fun to do from time to time. You know what I mean? All right, so let me go back and see what we got. Fortnite's not going to happen. Indie games. So for instance, indie games, like for instance, I was sent a code for a game called Doodle Taxi. Have you guys heard of it? So like you have Doodle Taxi, is an indie game. It's like Crazy Taxi, but different. So it's like playing stuff like that. I also got a code for the new Lunar Lander that's coming out. They just released the cinematic trailer. Got a code for that, so that'll be fun to show off the new Lunar Lander game. You guys want to do online co-op games? Would that make it more fun and interactive? Well, if we do that, then it's mostly going to be a lot more modern stuff. That's going to be a lot more modern stuff. Multiplayer one-up games. Multiplayer games. Oh, you mean one-up? I don't even know if I have any one-ups that are online besides NBA Jam right now. All the other ones I have aren't like co-op games. Do a first playthrough like Dark Souls. Dark Souls is tough, bro. It's always easy to live stream beat 'em ups. You just keep coining in, and eventually you'll get there. All right. I would love to stream 80s arcade games. Yeah, you could send that to me if you want. Okay, online via play. Okay, cool. Well, you guys are gonna have to give me some suggestions. Yeah, you can if you want. This is the ultimate chill stream, so if any YouTuber or someone wants to hop on, we could do that. Let me get here. Oh, here you go. All right. So I put a link in the chat there, Cornercade. It's up to you if you want to call in or not, but you're probably not going to call in. Cowboys of Moo Mesa. Yes, we need to do a full playthrough of Cowboys of Moo Mesa. Who's in for that, man? That would be cool. Cowboys of Moo Mesa. Dungeons and Dragons. Yep, one of my favorite. Yeah, we should do D&D. Like, we play Tower of Doom, we beat Tower of Doom, and then we go on and we play... Shadow over Mystera. So Oh, wait a minute. If we played on the Xbox, can't we do online multiplayer on the Xbox version of the D&D? If you have it, because they sell it on the Xbox store. They sell the Tower of Doom Shadow over Mystera bundle. But is that online co-op enabled? I'll have to double check. That would be fun to play together if any of you guys have an Xbox. You could buy it on Xbox Series X right now. Yeah, we should totally do. Oh, yeah, and we do a playthrough of Sunset Riders, because obviously Cowboys at Moo Mesa was there. Okay, so let's get off that. That way we don't bore people, but that gives me some great ideas for streaming. Now, when it comes to podcast shows, I want your guys' feedback on how it's going so far. So, for instance, in 2024, I am committed. You know, we do a lot of these talking head podcast shows. I'm committed to making sure Multicade Mondays stays different and unique. We got a lot of big, special, sponsored interviews coming up, which is great, because what does that mean? It means these people are kicking in money and doing giveaways, such as like what we did with Retro Signs on Monday, which didn't get a lot of views, but it's a niche thing, and I expected that. I was like, this stream might only get about 1,500 watches, and it's sitting at like 1,300. I was like, but I know on Monday, we got Buy Stuff coming on. Buy Stuff Arcades. We got the boys coming on, and a lot of stuff you guys have been waiting to hear and see more of, such as the ALP high definition, At Games Legends Pinball high definition screen upgrade mods, all the new things they're going to be releasing during 2024, or at least some of them. All their different modding ideas, stuff. Like, I'm expecting that to be a pretty decent stream. I think we'll have a good turnout for that. You guys excited about that one? But yeah, we got Buy Stuff Arcades coming on Monday. We got a couple pinball companies coming on. And we got a couple of indie developers scheduled as well, which my goal was I would announce the January interviews, which I did. You know, we had Retro Signs, Buy Stuff, and we got Barrels of Fun coming on, talking about Labyrinth Pinball. And then in February, we'd get, like, announce more. So we would announce, like, the next batch. So we got a couple, like, indie developers coming on, which is fun to talk about indie games. That's actually something a lot of people have been asking me for. For some reason, you guys like indie games. And having the people on to talk about their games and stuff like that. So I'm going to give you guys what you asked for. But, yeah, the Buy Stuff brothers are amazing. Yes, they are. We all know who you are, Gio. At least all of us in our Discord. You bought a Showbiz pizza sign. Good for you, man. Good for you. I'd love interviews with the modders like the CoinOpsX or Sauce folks. Yeah, it'd be cool to have those guys on, the chefs, because they don't really make a lot of appearances in front of camera. But it'd be cool to get them on and talk about like CoinOpsX 6.0, right? Like, which hasn't been released yet. And I'm thinking they're probably holding off until probably the new products come out. But yeah, so okay, so that stuff. So I mean, does that sound cool? You guys gotta let me know the feedback, and then I'll get to. You know what? Funny steps. I don't even own a gun to necessitate a need for a gun rack. I knew where you were going with that. I'm going to answer this question and get to the questions here in a minute. But I definitely want your feedback. Is that the kind of podcast shows you guys want to see? Because in my opinion, that's a little bit more informative and valuable and stuff like that. And then when it comes to also just having a really good time, we still do Super Game Room Dudes and stuff like that. And that's just us all clowning around talking about the headlines, right? So there you go. All right, so definitely when it comes to Q&A, throw your questions in there, but try not to bait me into getting myself in trouble, because sometimes I open my mouth, I insert my foot, and then everyone gets mad at me because I'm expected to be this politician. Like, people can say and do whatever they want, but PDubs, you really need to rise above it all. You cannot be naughty, nasty, R-rated, controversial in any way, shape, or form, PDubs. You have to be the politician in the community. You're the mayor who never once wanted to be called the mayor, but we're going to call you the mayor. You know what I mean? Stupid stuff like that. Like, I'm not allowed to have a lot of fun on my channel. It's pretty funny. But let's get some questions in. So did I buy Black Hole? No, I did not. And do I plan on buying it? No, I don't. As much as I love Game Room Decor, as much as I love supporting New Wave Toys, as much as I love decorations, what gets me about New Wave Toys is the fact that they are decorations 95% of the time, at least for me. More like 96% of the time, because I only play them like once a month. But I am able to actually play them. They are actually functional, right? And this pinball machine is going to truly be a decoration. You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's a decoration that boops and beeps and stuff. And for $200, I don't plan on buying one myself. And I'm not going to lie to you guys and say I am. Like when I did my video the other day, got, wow, well over 4,000 views already. You could tell I was like on the fence. I was like, you know, it's really cool. I like this company, but I'm disappointed, right? But I'll sleep on it, right? So I slept on it and I woke up. I was like, do I want to spend $200 on this? For me, no. For me, no. But hey, it's okay because you know what? With all these companies that are out there, especially companies that hit a lot of home runs, they're doomed not to hit a home run, right? And let's be honest, the response for their pinball machine has been kind of lukewarm, in my opinion. I've seen plenty of people support it, but I've never seen this many people say they're not going to buy a product from New Wave Toys. I've never seen this much feedback on YouTube videos, on their Facebook posts, in Discords, Reddits, etc. What's up, Danny? How you doing, man? Welcome.
What's going on, everybody? You guys hear me okay?
I can hear you okay, but let me turn down the music here. I'm just vibing.
I love this music, dude.
Yeah, well, you know, let's turn this down a little bit. Let's go right there. All right, cool. All right, you popped on, Danny. What's going on, man? I haven't talked to you in a little bit.
Yeah, for real, man. I miss you guys. So I just got home from work, and I'm like,
hey, wait, whoa, hold on. You turn it around. Turn the hat around. Yeah, there you go.
Let's go.
So, how many of you have noticed in 2024, and I started it in December, it's been hat to the front PDubs. How many of you guys have noticed that? It's been hat to the front. And the reason why is I've been wearing my hat to the back for 4 years on YouTube. Hat to the back, right? But Danny, 2024 is the year of hat to the front. We got all these cool hats with all these cool logos on them, and no one gets to see them, right? No one gets to see them because you always got the hat to the back.
Yeah, my wife got this for me from like Temu or something.
Right.
Dope hat.
So what's funny, and sometimes when I hear people say things, I just laugh, Danny. I just laugh. People say that because I would wear my hat to the back, and as one of the leading streamers in the community, a lot of other people would wear their hat to the back because of PDubs. Like, that's not my words. That's words of like your buddy OTG and other people. You know what I mean, Danny? They'd be like, oh, they all wear their hat to the back because of PDubs. They blame me. Like, it's my fault people wear their hat to the back when I have nothing to do with it. So
I will say
you let OTG know that I am pushing for hat to the front in 2024. I'm pushing for it.
Didn't what's his face? Twisted Chris say that too, like in a short or something. I thought I heard like a while back.
Yeah.
No, so I never wore hats, guys. You know me. I'm not really a hat guy, but Ezekiel, the Chicago Retro Ranger, got us a bunch of Arcade 1-Up hats. So I told him, I said, I will sleep in that hat if you get it for me. And yes, Mrs. Cornercade, I'm sorry, P-Dub stole me for a little bit.
Yeah, she could have came on and all that. That would have been okay with us.
She's in full relaxation mode right now. But yeah, honey, if you want to, get dressed a little bit, you can come on by and grab me some dinner. I didn't even get to eat dinner yet. I literally just got home, P-Dubs. And I'm like,
saw you were streaming. Here?
Because I got to hang out with the community, my guy.
Yeah.
It's all about the community.
All right, so let's do this. So Q&A. Multicade Matt wants to know, what are the odds of having someone from Act Games come on my show? Well, we have Nostalgia on every Friday night.
That's funny.
I'll reach out to them. In my opinion, they should come on my show but we'll see. They kind of, I think they'd be scared. I think in the entire time I've been covering home arcades, I've only had ACT games on once, and that was like 2 years ago. We had them on, I think it was Super Game Room dudes. We convinced them to come on. But they are so worried about putting their people in front of the camera and how they'll be treated and all that stuff. Who knows, right? Who knows? So, but
that's weird. I don't know.
yeah. All right. So, Shreddy B asked a question. I'll let you answer this first. Danny, what is your most positive, nostalgic arcade memory from the childhood?
I would have to say, like when I was real young, when I was a kid, and we would go to Chuck E. Cheese all the time, and oh here, thank you, honey. And I would play nonstop Sega Jurassic Park Shooter with my brother, like nonstop, and that's all we would play, and that's really what kind of I think fueled my love for like going to the arcades and like obviously playing the Papa Shots and the basketball games. And then like later when I discovered this hobby even more so, I got like even more entrenched and into retro gaming. And it has really fueled, obviously you guys can see, a passion of mine every day now. So, and then I can pass this on to the kids and my wife. My wife never had a chance to do what we all got to do back in the day. So it's really become a whole festive family activity, which is really cool. What about you, PDubs?
Just to piggyback off that real quick, I could totally see if this was 10, 15, 20 years ago, you would have been like, well, how did you meet Katie? And it would have been like, there's this hot chick in front of a dig dug machine at the local arcade.
Yeah, right.
I shot my shot. I threw her a line and I got her hook, line, and sinker. That's what it would have happened if you were my age, kid. If you were my age. For me, it would have to be probably the first time when I was younger that we went to. It was in Carroll Stream, Illinois. It was called Galaxy World. It was like on the border of Carroll Stream, Glendale Heights. So I go to Galaxy World Arcade with my parents because my parents wanted to take us bowling, and I was really young. I was like bumper age bowling. You know what I mean? Like, me and my sisters, we weren't. So I was really young, little, but when we get in there, and Galaxy World was ahead of its time with like UV lighting and stuff in these bowling alleys. But either way, they had the bowling alley, and then they had a full-on arcade. Eventually, when they went out of business, it got bought out by a Brunswick zone and turned into a Brunswick. But when I went to the arcade portion, and I got to see these giant arcade machines in real life. Now that was incredible. And, anytime I went in there, play Hubert, play Super Mario, and now I own those cabs. That's why I bought those. People say, why'd you waste your money on stuff that costs several $1,000s? Man, that's my childhood right there, Danny. That's walking in, and it's the first thing you see is this like bright, shiny cabinet with this orange character on it, and it was fun to play, right? And I got hooked on it. So,
well, a lot of people have said that, like, hey, Danny, why did you buy all these one-ups? Like, I mean, I sell mine when I upgrade. So let's just hypothetically say there's about $6,000 to $7,000 in this room, right? Like, why didn't you just go on a couple trips? Okay, so we go on one cruise, one or two cruises, right? Yeah, cruise is phenomenal. I've done it before. But then it's done. It's over with. I get to play this arcade every single day. Like, it brings happiness and joy to the kids. Like, that is well worth a couple day trip, or even going out to like, seeing out to eat now. You go to Texas Roadhouse, it's like almost $200. Like, that adds up quick, guys. And like, I'd rather have something I can enjoy every single day instead of something I'm going to eat and that's it,
I concur.
Let's go. So PDubs, before I came on, what were you guys talking about?
We were talking. I was asking the viewers if I did do any video like live streams of gameplay, what kind of games they wanted to play, as well as we were talking about some of the interviews that I have scheduled for the next couple of months. So we're gonna have some great streaming content and all that stuff. So, the question is are there any mods you regret doing? And the answer to that would be 100% yes. And that would be this InTech Gaming mod. I was trying to pull up the video for people. The InTech Gaming pinball mod. I actually regret doing this because it was a great idea, because the Nintendo Switch pinball is far superior than the arcade 1-up version of pinball, right? The Android versions, and the even the 30 games that you could get with like the Pinner mod hack and put on your arcade 1-up pinballs, even those were like low Android port versions, whereas the Nintendo Switch versions are a lot better, right? But you lose the DMD was a huge thing, right? You don't have the DMD anymore. And basically and to install this mod, you had to completely gut everything. You know what I mean? Like, it was full on gut mod and a big mess. So anywho, what was I going to tell you? So I regret doing this. And then putting it back, not so cool. Like, I'm not going to spend the time to demod it, because this was a lot of work. This is a mod that would take you 3-4 hours. You know what I mean? And that's me. It might take other people longer. You know what I mean? Who aren't as familiar, right? Like, it was a mess. And so that's the one mod I regret doing. But luckily, Danny, there's a pro and a con. Pro, I didn't pay for it because they sent it to me to review, and they asked me to film an install tutorial. So I didn't have to pay for it. But keep in mind that InTech Gaming kit to run Nintendo Switch pinball, it's like $130. So it's not that expensive anyway. But here's the bad thing, is it actually cost me money, because I can't put the thing together. And I'm actually dreading the day I put this thing, because I want to sell that Attack from Mars. I'm actually dreading putting that on there, or listing it for sale. You know what I mean? Like, I think
that's a lot of work.
Like, people are, because I did, if we take a look here, I did the full on mod. I even took it a step further. I was like, okay, well, if I can't use the back box, I might as well do the back monitor. And since I have the control panel, I might as well be able to play my Nintendo Switch arcade games on the back glass.
Look at this. You're playing Final Fight on pinball. This is insane, PDubs.
Well, I mean, I'm playing it on the back glass. It's just what happens is it's a mirrored image. You just don't pay attention to that in front of you, right? But losing the whole DMD, kind of stinks. But, so, like, it's cool you could do this, but I have other multicades that do this better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's just dope. It's a flex.
So either way, it's just so now. But basically, that machine is ruined. Is the point I'm trying to say, Danny? Is that machine is ruined? I'm gonna try and sell it to somebody, and someone might buy it, and we'll see. Finally, the way the game was meant to be played. Thanks. For
right.
PDubs, check your private messages. What's happening?
While you're doing that, we have a mod coming, PDubs. We have one of the biggest mods we've ever done. It's the 99 Lives control panel. We're going to take NFL Blitz from a 4-player to a 2-player.
Can you share it on the screen? Show us what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can see if I can go to their website.
Yeah, open up another browser, and we'll put it up on screen. I'll tell you what I think of it. Ah! Jeff. Okay, Jeff, you're
is he talking about the panel?
Yeah, no, he's talking about, so at the beginning of the show I was teasing the Power Gamers because they all made these cute M&M shaped heads of themselves, and I made my own spoof of it. How many of you were here when we went live? And I told I was funning around. Is that the phrase? I was funning around. I was telling everyone, like, hey man, I applied to be part of the Power Gamers, but they turned me down. But taking a peek here, I got added, guys. My application just got approved for the Power Gamers. You guys ready to see this? So This is hilarious. Preset. So Rainwater just sent this to me. He said I'm in, and everyone's just gonna have to deal with it. But here you guys go. Look, they added the PDubs right here.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. Look at that. Look, there's Nick.
So look,
That is funny.
Because I saw what they did, and so I went and I made this one. This is 100% custom.
How did you make that?
Dude, I got skills, baby. I got
Stop
skills. I got skills, baby. I got mad skills. But they made these, so I made this, and now my old ass is now part of the power game. So kudos to me, guys.
That's funny. Yeah, that's funny.
Thanks, Brooklyn. I'm in the door, baby. I'm in the door. So now I'm part of it. Thanks so much. All right, cool. All right, so you got a screen for me?
Yeah. How do I've never used Restream. What is this?
Do you see on the bottom where it says present?
Yeah.
All right, click on that, and then click on share screen. And
I got you.
It works just like Restream.
Cool. Yeah, it looks a little bit different. Here you go, buddy. Let's go, dude.
All right, so this is what you picked up. Let's see what you got. What'd you get here?
Now, so
NFL
this one,
blitz.
yep.
All
So
right.
this one, you don't need that the deck protector on top because that
Right.
vinyl is much like the Street Fighter. So that's a bonus. Anybody that's played that before, it's literally a game changer. It's so much better. All we're gonna do is swap the buttons in and the encoder board, and then plug it all up and pray to God it works. We also already had the joysticks out because Game Room Guru sent us those for free because you know me, PDubs. I use Loctite and everything, so those are staying in there permanently. So we had some community support with this one. So I'm actually really excited because it allows us to keep NFL Blitz. You know how the 4-player decks work, man. You
Yeah.
get 2 4 players there. You can have 3 arcades instead of 2. More games, more better. So it took us like a month to get this, to finally get some tracking info on this. So hopefully, a week or 2 it'll be here, and then we'll try to do not a live mod, but we'll do a modding tutorial video on this, much like we did with the Big Buck Hunter marquee that you guys saw.
You sure you can't get those bat tops off?
It says on the bottle, it says like you need to heat to 500 degrees to get this off. So I'm like,
yeah, but how much did you actually use on that little bitty joystick? How much Loctite?
Two drips.
Oh, you dude, grab a damn wrench and you hold that stick in place.
I can certainly try
it. And
yeah,
you crank it. Just crank it.
Yeah.
Crank it.
Yeah, JT Brunick, Loctite, yeah, Shades of Fox for sure. 19K Fox inspired that 100%. Oh, PDubs, this is my favorite song, dude. Oh my god, we gotta crank this. I will literally just watch your videos for the song. There you go.
This is one of my favorite songs on YouTube.
And he goes, and as always, my dudes, we'll see you from the loft or something. How do you say it? Go ahead, say it.
Wait, we got to go back. Hang on. Here, we gotta pick a different one. So we gotta go. We got.
Oh yeah, I love that. Dude.
We gotta get the timing. You ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Get ready. So now I'm like blah blah blah. I don't know about this product. It's kind of cool, but I don't like it. You gotta let me know what you think. Give us a thumbs up on the way out. And as always, my dudes, thank you for subscribing.
I love it.
That's how you do it, baby.
Beautiful, dude. We got Cornercade Jr., the first troll account, has entered the building. I appreciate the let's go, man. Let's go.
Oh no. You know you've made it if they've made fake impersonation.
Well, PDubs, I think I definitely made it because you, me, and Michael B got hit with some spam, so that's when you know you made it, right?
Yeah, there you go.
I don't think people understand, like, when you hit me with spam, I have, like, a bunch of moderators, so I don't see any of that. My mods take care of that for me, guys. There you go, JT Brunick. And as always, my dudes, thank you for subscribing. I love it. Guys, this is super cool. So we got Andy's Game Room here, Rainwater, Shotgun Sean, Brooklyn Menace, Nicholas Diorio. I mean, everybody that watches us, man, it's so cool to see everybody here tonight. Calvin Wong was looking for it. Yeah, Calvin Wong, it's coming. Give it a couple weeks. It took forever to get sent out. PDubs, you unplugged yourself. He's all muted now. Oh, you can hear me? Okay, cool. So this is a Danny show now. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Cornercade. It's your boy Danny again. On the he made me full screen. I love it, guys. I appreciate you so much for coming out, chilling, chatting with the community. I don't even know how many people we got here. How many people are in here? I don't. We're using this StreamYard program. I don't even know how to work this thing. I'm used to Restream here. But guys, please give this video a like. I'm sure we have several hundreds of people here. We got Video Game Vegas in the house. James Hates Everything. Let's go. Jeff Walsh, Chris Nooner, Andy's Game Room, Thor KC, Rainwater Games. We got 105 people in here. Dude, this is amazing. Couple days ago, we were me and OTG were doing a podcast. We almost hit 100. We even had John D in the chat. I mean, that's amazing. We got Carl O in the building, dude. Let's go. Steps is here. I see that name. Let's go. Marine 50. That's a new name. Shogako. I definitely butchered that one. But hey, what's going on? Definitely smash that like button.
Still broken.
Oh, he's breaking his mic, so I'll take over the show. Don't worry. I can like hear you, but it's like real bad. And Jason's doing the oh, stop, Jason. We're not going down to 70. James Hates Everything. Let's go, dude. Let's see. Okay, how do you highlight comments on here?
You gotta click up. Only I can.
Oh, okay. Only you can. That's why.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Cornercade Jr. Yeah, but it's like you're talking on your webcam. You know how you sound like you're underwater.
Okay, hang on.
What a difference like a mic makes, compared to a webcam mic. Yes, Cornercade Jr., aka Zohar, you are here. I see you. JT Brunick is here. Now we don't have where's Michael B? Where's Council Kits? Where's the big 19K Fox, B Kong? Where you guys at, guys? They probably don't know I'm here, Tony C is in the house. Coffee can Mike. Yes, Christina, that's exactly what it sounds. Shreddy B is in the building. JT Brunick. Are you using OBS? No, we're using the duck one. StreamYard.
Well, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's like real bad. What happened to your mic? It just stopped?
I don't know. I think I did something I wasn't supposed to.
You're the best, buddy. Biggie is here. Holla, Jason here. Jason's our moderator. He's in the building. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason, when I got all those spam comments, did you block any of those? Were you hard at work blocking those in the video? We just got Paul here. Paul says hi.
All right, I got to reboot real quick. So, Danny, you're going to have to entertain the people.
Oh, dude, come on now. That's easy stuff, guys. Ask me anything you want in this chill and chat night. What day is it today? Today is Thursday. I don't normally stream on Thursday, so I had to double check.
PDubs Arcade Loft is not responsible for the opinions of Danny on the Cornercade over the next 5 minutes.
It's arcade 1-up or nothing, according to PDubs. Okay, we're gonna be doing 2024 prediction videos.
I do have to tease you, Danny. When I was sitting here, I caught I live, breathe, and sleep.
Oh yeah, dude.
1-up. Like, come on, man.
You like that, right? I'm gonna try to be less aggressive. I just get so passionate, and it's so frustrating that Arcade 1-up is just not doing anything. Yeah. And that it's literally, guys, these raw reactions you see from me, it's not the camera. I get like that when I'm at my work. I'm like, guys, they're not coming out with anything. Like, what are you doing? At the very least, come out and say something. Say, guys, I know it's slow, I know it's rough, but here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come out with this, that, and the other as far as like spectate for MK. Let's get you guys hyped. Let's do some giveaways. Let's give back to the community. There's just like nothing, never, ever. And I'm starting to come to the belief in PDubs. You were like this. You're like, just give it a couple of years and you'll be old and curmudgeon like me. And I'm seeing it as like, I don't think that they actually like care about the community. Because if they did, no, you wouldn't just not talk to us. And I always said, hey, get on for a half an hour show weekly. You don't have to do it, Cyrus, Dora, and Gavin. you let the professionals do it. You let me, you let anybody that wants to do it, Travis MCP, Michael B, you let us get on and you say, hey, look, guys, this is the updates we got. If there's nothing going on, ask us questions. We'll try to answer whatever we can. Arcade One Up, is letting us talk about this, that, or the other. And that's it, dude. 30 minutes goes by fast. 4 hours goes by in a heartbeat on the show. 30 minutes would be nothing. It's very easy to do, guys. I just don't think they want to do that.
All right. The only way to reset this device that I'm using for my Phantom Power and all that stuff is to reboot my computer. So I will be back in 2 minutes.
Okay, cool.
So
hey, make me like not so big. Like bring me back a little bit.
All right. Hey, well, when I leave, you're going to be full screen. So
okay. I guess it doesn't matter then. All
right. Hey, don't say anything controversial. I got enough. I've been canceled way too many times.
Dude, this is in PDubs. You trust me, buddy. This is huge. PDubs, you trust me through your entire channel.
It'll take me less than 2 minutes to reboot. I'll be right.
Watch this. This whole stream is gonna be on fire, guys. Let's go, guys. Yeah, bathroom break. No, come on, Calvin Walk. Stick around. Now, I can't highlight your guys' comments here, but you guys can ask me anything. I know that there are a lot of familiar names here, but there are probably some names that don't even know who I am and probably aren't subscribed to the channel. So please go check out the Cornercade, little plug there. You guys can definitely see. We'll keep my wife, Mrs. Cornercade, in the house as she entertains you guys in the chat. Let's go, guys. Just MG says, remember those regret questions, PDubs. Oh my god, wouldn't it be funny if he came back and he was just canceled on YouTube? Yeah, Shreddy B, I saw you agreed with what I said from earlier. Says been around since Gen 1 cabs, and I've watched the community get burned over and over and over again. And that's something, guys, if you've seen my passion, like I want to put an end to that. I want to be the voice for the voiceless, essentially. And if you guys have ever seen my shows, it's passion and it's love for arcades. It's love for home arcade and gaming and the people that made this community great. At the end of the day, like without us guys and every single person that buys a cab, all the way down to grandmas who own a couple in their home, like Arcade One Up is nothing. Arcade One Up is nothing without the people, just like anything. So you gotta give the people what they want, and you gotta show the love back to the people that help build that company. Again, without any of my subscribers or supporters, I don't have a channel. It's the same thing. So that's what Ozzy47 says. Sorry, but One Up is a dying breed. Like I understand because there's no heartbeat, there's no electricity. I always said the wrestling died off when The Rock left. The Rock and Austin left, and it did. It's gone. There's not that voice that says, "Whoa, wait a second. Let's see what's going
baby.
on."
We're back.
Oh, he's back.
Great.
Let's go. Yeah,
we sound great. All right, here we go. All right, how many did we lose? We lost 10 people.
Hey, that's okay. They were just taking a bathroom break.
Yep. Enjoy that stander upper, PDubs. Oh, come on, guys. All right. So been around. Shreddy B says he's been around since Gen 1. He watched the community get burned over and over. Same tune has been played before. I agree. Chris asked if you're the new Rexer. What does that mean? Are you being mean? I don't know who he's talking to.
No, I'm just the new me.
Yeah.
That's all I can be, my guys.
Hollywood Polo loves he's got his Multicade, his Polocade, and he's got all his games on it. So he's one of those.
The Multicade guys, yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with...
No, there's nothing wrong, guys. Like, enjoy what you enjoy at the end of the day. P-Dubs, I thought... that I don't know what it's called, but when I give you the description, you'll know right away. Remember that thing that's really expensive? It goes on the wall. It's wall mounted. It's one arcade, and you can put the magnetic. Yeah, okay, that's what that is. Okay, like that looks dope. But I'm, with the One-Ups, I'm buying an atmosphere. I want to turn 50 machines on with a click of a button on my phone with all my smart plugs, and just let it light up and go from machine to machine and have fun. Like that's what I want to do.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you're shooting for, right? So people like me that just want to have access to as many games as possible don't mind having a few multicades.
And I have a multicade. I have the MVSX.
Yeah, and
it's modded. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. So you just reminded me of something, but keep going, talking about that because this actually gives me a great idea for something.
Yeah, so I think well I wanted to get your this is why I wanted to hop on. I wanted to get your thoughts and opinions on the state of kind of like Arcade One Up. What do you like? What do you think? Like, I'm like from watching that Michael B stream, I'm just like, oh man, this like could be a lot worse than what I even thought. Like, I thought at least we get 3 new titles, and it just sounds like they're just gonna try to save face and just try to break out even and sell the company kind of thing. Like, it really gets that impression as we like dive into it closer and closer, and it's like, man, are we just gonna get rehashes?
Yes, yes. If anything, that's all you're gonna get.
And
So,
what so let me ask you this. So let's say rehashes come, right?
all right, hold on. Let me try something. All right, so
Go ahead.
Danny is all about Arcade One Up. I'm on Team Multicade. Here we go.
Oh, here we go, dude. I love you.
Here we go. It's time for the debate.
This is awesome, dude. This is great.
There you go.
Um,
Well, keep in mind, dude, I don't talk to them. I'm not friends with them. I don't have any
no.
insider ass knowledge. I have no idea what's going on. Everything I hear from other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also with my own diligent research and common sense. And guess what? They're pretty much not doing anything. So, I
Like,
mean,
are they
and we've been trying to tell you. We've been trying to tell you to keep if you expect nothing, if you at least get something, you'll be less disappointed, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there, yourself included, that thought that 2024 you'd be, oh my God, we're going to get 10 new games. Everything's going to go back to the
No.
way it was, and that's not happening. They're not the same company anymore. Things have changed, and we'd be lucky to see anything new from them this year. You know what I mean?
Why
So
are they just scared because of Blitz and MVC too?
I don't know their personal feelings. I think it's all about money. You know what I mean? And
So like so then let me ask you this, because like we could be totally wrong. So you're saying like said re-release of 18th integration of Pac-Man is gonna sell better than a properly done Sega Jurassic Park shooter with 1, 2, and 3 on it, or stand up
probably
Hydro Thunder.
probably. Well, keep in mind,
That's just heartbreaking, dude. That's heartbreaking.
Pac-Man is the best-selling arcade game of all time. Did any of these games that got released after Pac-Man, did any of them sell as many as Pac-Man did? No, they didn't.
But when you're on the 18th edition of it, I think it's like I got like 4 of them in my arcade. I'm good with that. Let's move on to something else now.
Danny, sometimes I feel bad. I feel like you were just late to a party. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you.
Like, if you had gotten into this hobby 4 years ago, like a lot of us, and rode that wave, you probably would be in a really, really good spot. You know what I mean? But and also burned out and jaded, like
Mhm.
a lot of other content
Yeah,
creators at this
yeah.
point. Um, but the company is not doing anything exciting. I think that company is just trying to survive. They're just trying to stay open and playing it safe. And this is all stuff that we were talking about a year or two ago, right? So when the writing was on the wall. So I've been very transparent, at least with my viewers. Like, look, I'm not going to do all these will they, won't they streams. I know people love getting online and talking about Arcade One Up for an hour, but there's literally nothing to talk about. All topics have been exhausted. Um,
Yeah,
about the will they, won't they,
yeah,
the wish list. Like it's you're just wasting everybody's time, in my opinion, when we do those kind of conversations. Until we see the company put their foot forward and say we are actually going to do that kind of stuff, I think it's just building expectations that'll never come to reality.
mm,
For this year, you know, I here's what I would expect this year. Just expect them to, yeah, they'll announce some arcades and there'll be some deluxes, and if they're lucky, a couple of XLs, and most likely everything is going to be a rehash. And as long as you have that expectation, I think a lot of us won't end the year disappointed. Because let's say they do say, you know what? we only managed to release 10 rehashes, but we got one or two new games like Smash TV or something out actually released. Like at that point, you might say they actually had an okay year, right? Not for us, but for the company, right? Like they
Yeah.
survived, right? So, I mean, I'll let you talk now, but I would just
No,
you
because
you gotta temper it. You gotta temper it.
I will say this. Okay, so PDubs Golden Tea Deluxe. Do you think it's coming?
Golden Tea Deluxe.
Hmm.
No,
Damn it.
no, no. I don't think
Damn.
so.
And I heard that, like, Jason, our moderator, both of ours,
Why
he was
not
saying
do
it's
gold? Why not? You've already made Golden Tea in XL. Why not do it as an XL, but with that nice Bowie monitor now, the 19-inch Bowie versus the other one? Like, if you're
um
gonna do that, you might as well do it as an XL.
You're not wrong, but I think, they just did that. So like back to back would be kind of weird. You have a real good opportunity to take the Gen 1 Golden Tee, that Swan design, and really upgrade it. So no riser, a little bit taller, bigger deck, because like a bigger deck, like the Street Fighter slanted one, you could do a
Hmm.
great marquee on that because the first one was washed out, light up coin door. And you could really maybe even like take the same PCB that was in the XL and put it in this one. So there's like a low kind of cost, high reward kind of thing, and I think that would be phenomenal. I would buy that day one. I seriously would buy that day one because I miss my Golden Tee. I got rid of the Swan design cabs, and then the XL stinked, so we got rid of that one.
I had a
Um,
real learning lesson when, if you've been following the channel guys out there, when I had the original arcade one up Golden Tee, which that arcade machine was fine. There was nothing wrong with it. People loved that freaking thing. I loved mine. I played it all the freaking time. Then they announced the XL, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get the XL because it's bigger. It's got the 19-inch screen. Plus, they added a bowling game and the shuffleboard game,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I made the mistake, Danny, of selling the original Golden Tee first before
yeah.
that thing showed up.
I did that too.
Because I took, I sold that thing for like shit, $300 or something like that. Like
Mm.
I got my money's worth out of that thing. I sold it for like $300 and applied that towards the Golden TXL. And I get the Golden TXL and it worked for a little bit. And then, as you guys know, it completely crapped out on me. And we replaced encoder boards, we replaced power supplies, we replaced PCBs,
You replaced everything.
we replaced monitors. Like, the only electronic device that was not replaced, because I had to like dissect this thing. Like, why, no matter what combination of parts we used, why won't this effing thing turn on? And if anyone out there says it wasn't plugged in, hats off to you, because I was gonna make that. I was gonna make that joke just now. I was gonna make that
Oh
joke.
my god.
But dude, I had so many parts that Arcade One Up sent me. I had members of the community sending me their spare parts. If you tear that machine apart, there's one electrical component that was never replaced.
The
Out of
encoder
every
board.
No. The encoder board was replaced because we got Arcade One Up sent me a whole new control panel.
Yeah, yeah.
So behind the monitor, there is a little voltage board. It's on the inside of the silver case.
Yeah.
Because when Arcade One Up and all them sent me replacement monitors, they sent me the monitor decased, and I had to connect it. I had to put it in to the
Mm.
original case, which still had that voltage board. I'm thinking that board went bad. And
Hmm.
that's why it would never power on the screen. Nothing would show. You know what I mean?
So it's just sitting in your garage right now?
Yeah, yeah. But the plan is when I get to it, because I don't get it. Like, I see some people, like, they get their stuff. They're like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna mod this thing," and then like 2 days later they're done. I'm slower than that, Danny. Like, I do a lot of work on stuff and in this hobby and a lot of projects, but man, I can't be like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna mod this thing," and then 2 days later it's done. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I got projects lined up. But when I get to it, the goal is we're gonna put a PC in there with a hap trackball, and we're gonna do Retro Lizard's trackball build. So we'll be able to play, obviously, some more modern Golden Tee games on there, plus a whole bunch of other stuff, bowling and all that kinds of stuff. So we're going to turn it into a multicade with a trackball, and it'll be a nice size, right? Like, it'll be
Yeah, that'll
really
be
cool.
dope. That'll be really cool.
It'll be really, so eventually when I get to it, but I got to get through. I got to get these restorations done on my real arcades, and then I also got to finish that 1943 mod for Multicade Mondays, and then we'll get to it. So it's
Wait,
on
hold
the
on a
list.
second. The 1943, was that from that old Pac-Man like cabinet, like cabaret style wooden
Yeah,
that you got for like
yeah,
199?
yeah. That Pac-Man Cabaret I got for
Okay.
$199. We're gonna turn it into a 1943 Cabaret, and
Damn,
it's
you're
gonna look.
still doing that. Holy
No,
cow,
no, I haven't even
P-dubs.
started it yet. I
Oh
have the
my god. Oh my
I
god.
have the parts and all that. I just
P-dubs,
haven't got to it.
you need like a couple assistants or something to crank
I
this stuff
do.
out. You
I
get so
do.
much. And just to let you know, hey, if there's anything that gets sent to you, you can say, hey, thank you. We're gonna send it over to the Cornercade because he doesn't have anything on
Oh,
the
Jesus
docket.
Christ.
And I'm just saying, I can help you out, buddy. Like I got nothing.
No,
Nobody, nothing.
the problem is I don't know how some of my counterparts do this. Like I don't know how they're like, I'm gonna mod this, and then 2 days later it's done. Like
Yeah, that's
I just
insane.
don't have the time.
No,
But
yeah.
but we always get to it eventually. We'll get to it eventually. So yeah. Um there you go. So for 2000, you get a real golden tee with 43-inch monitor that has all the bar games, including cornhole, same ones the bar have. Yep, we could probably do that as well.
Yeah, that'd be
Dan-
really cool.
Danny, the assistant modder. Teach
Community
Danny how
helping.
to mod.
Yeah, community helping community here.
I love how Danny will only do the plug and play mods. Only do the plug and play mods because you're worried.
Hey, we did the big buck hunter marquee. That was a
Yeah.
little bit. That was our first mod. So
Yeah, it's in my garage. 720. It's in my garage. I got a stack of them in the garage that I need to get to. So, but like I told people when I was like doing my end of the year wrap up, I said in 2024, I want to try and not keep up with the Joneses and just focus on doing like projects and special events and stuff like that. And I'm hoping I can do that. I'm hoping I can do that. So I'm pushing hard to hit some number goals, and hopefully we can hit those goals, and then after that I can slow down. So, but that's the plan. Look at this. He got a $125 Golden Tee 2004 arcade cabinet. Nice, man.
Jesus, that's ridiculous.
Nice, man.
So
Bring
while
the
we were,
bike. Why do you wear
yeah, no,
gloves? Why do
hold
you
on.
wear gloves?
Those are Nike batting gloves. Okay, just for preference, if I'll just be transparent with everything. So when I build cabs, I get hot, like I get sweaty, and what ends up happening is my hands start to sweat. And I think my daughter has the same kind of like sweat glands, if you want to call it whatever. I sweat from the feet and the hands real bad, nowhere else on my body. And so I just get like sweaty hands. So when I'm doing shit like legit, it'll be like perspirating off of my hand onto the control panel and shit. It creates a mess actually. So I'm like, I'm just gonna wear gloves while I'm doing this. I use gloves for everything, like when I'm working on things, it's when I'm building furniture, it's anything. And it gives me grip. Like I have the grip now because I don't have those slippery hands. Something like the Atari 50th that's like all blacked out, it would be fingerprint haven with that thing with my hand. So I'm like, you know what? Wearing the gloves is a savior at the end of the day. Just move the drill kind of thing, get some grip on it. But yeah, I've always done it, thought nothing of it. And then I'm thinking, oh my God, like I'm building this cabin for the world. And then they're talking like, why are you wearing gloves and stuff? And I'm like, oh, that's just me being normal. I didn't think anything of it. Like, so it's kind of become like a running joke now. But yeah, they're
So,
Nike batting gloves for baseball.
so you are just a sweaty man, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Especially with building those cabs, man. That's exhausting work sometimes.
That I am a profuse sweater as well, which is why I do not do any kind of live unboxing builds anymore because I'm panting, I'm sweating, I'm swearing.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm not going to do a live unboxing. You know what I mean? Like people don't want to see that. So yeah, so
That's
I
right.
feel you there.
I said it, when we were doing the live one, I was like, oh, honey, can you open a
Yeah.
window in here? It's like roasting.
Oh, by the way, everybody, that Pac-Man hoodie that I got at Walmart for $18 that I've been wearing a lot because it's so comfy. Like I wear it around the house and then put it down. They have another one. Check this out, Danny. Ready? Look at this. Oh, Super Mario. Look at that.
Oh, you got the Super Mario one?
Yeah, it's only like $18 and it's super comfy. It's at Walmart's
Now,
website. Go get it.
I gotta give you a
I love
link.
it.
I got a Shinku Hadouken Street Fighter one. It was off of Target, and it fit good. You know how some hoodies you don't know if they're kind of cheaper and how they're gonna fit. And so this one fit phenomenal. So I have to send you that link because the same guy does like all arcade stuff. So I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm down for that. And he like sells it through Target or whatever. Okay, so we were on the topic. Okay, so I wanted to hear your opinion. Okay, so we talked about Golden Tee. You're kind of on the fence about that one. You're like, well, we'll just do XL. If we clammy Cade, Jason, stop it. If we could going forward, like, so if that's correct, if they lost the Sega title and the Konami title, what could they possibly re-release besides the same four, the Atari, the Street Fighter, the Mortal Kombat, and the Pac-Man that they could possibly do? Like, are they going to come out with a Ridge Racer Deluxe? Could that be a thing?
Interesting. That'd be
Like
cool.
using the new form factor of the Fast and Furious?
Well, I mean, wasn't the Ridge Racer okay? The form factor it was
So
in?
I thought it was P-Dubs. Have you played the Fast and Furious yet?
I have not played Fast and Furious.
Okay. Completely different. The couple inches higher steering wheel and screen, it literally changed the game. So instead of being like hunched over, how tall are you? I'm 6 foot.
I'm 5'11" and a half.
Okay.
But since you said you're 6 foot, I'm gonna say I am also 6 foot.
Yeah. So we're about the same regardless. So when that little adjustment, I was like, oh wow, that made literally all the difference because I didn't realize I was a little hunched. I was a little bit hunched over while playing that, and I didn't realize. I think going forward, 100%, if RK1UP is gonna do driving cabs, they're literally gonna clone copy the Fast and Furious form factor. I don't know if they're gonna use the little how the divots come out at the end on the bottom of the cab. They might still do that for stability purposes, but I think they're going to do that going forward. So I know a lot of people said Outrun Deluxe would be better. JT Burnick, 100%. But if they lost the Sega license, like Jason was saying, and Jason, you can go ahead and back me up in the chat here, because this is where this came from you, buddy. That if they lost it because they haven't put anything out for a couple of years now, anything Sega related, I would much rather see an Outrun Deluxe, and I've stated that on our show. But yeah, because they could do a lot of improvements with that. Not only the form factor, but the marquee, because P-Dubs, that marquee was washed out. Put a light up corn door on it. You can improve the shifter, make that better. You can make it tall with the form factor, and you can do a lot of things with that. They'd be like, wow, this is actually really cool. You can even take it one step further and do the pedals. I mean, we all want to see improved pedals on this thing. They keep putting out those cheap pedals. Like, what if? What if? And this is all stuff that I would love to just have a conversation with. Like, why are things done the way they are, and why take the concessions? And then Jason just said it right here: Sega, Konami, Taito, Data East, all gone. They're all gone. So that's kind of like the rumor that because why wouldn't they come out with these cool games? Those are all cool titles, like two cool licensors.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to see new stuff. If they're gonna rehash it, make it better. But I'm keeping my expectations low, man. And I'm happy because of it. I'm not stressed out. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. So what
You remind me of back in 2009 when people were like, dude, I just got my Pontiac Grand Am. It's got the Ram Air, and on the side of it, it says Grand Am GT, and it's got the Ram Air. And this is awesome. I'm a Pontiac fan for life, bro, for life. And then in 2010, they went out of business. In 2010, they went out of business, right? Pontiac closed their doors.
Yeah.
So you just, I feel, I love you, Danny, but I feel like it's a lot of us see writing on the wall, so a lot of us are skeptical. I appreciate you keeping the positivity and the faith and trying to keep that going in the community. I'm happy to see you doing that, but also just remember, the company's not in a good spot. They're not in a good spot, so just let them. Hopefully, they figure it out.
Yeah,
or maybe
yeah.
someone will buy them.
Well, we could get a couple YouTubers. We could all do 10% and take over the company and see what happens.
No, man.
P-Dubs is on board. Let's go, guys.
No,
if you hit a 1 in the chat if you want to see P-Dubs, myself, console kids. I mean, you guys, listen, Mike B's got that pinball money. Come on, guys. We can all chip in and we can do this. Let's sell the pinballs and let's buy one up.
No, I wouldn't want to work for one of these companies. There's a lot of guys out there that are like desperate to work for these companies or have tried to work for these companies, and I mean, if that's your passion, go for it, I guess. But I would
No, we
rather report on the companies than like work for
yeah.
them. And because think about it. Like, let's say, for instance, I
You
ran
could be our.
let's say I ran a home arcade company, right?
Mhm.
Let's say I ran it. And then all of a sudden I was like, okay, here we go, guys. We're going to release Crazy Climber. And we're all pumped. We're jazzed. We're excited. We're screaming, let's go in the break room. Like we're all excited. Then we announce we're releasing Crazy Climber. And you know what this community does? Shit's all over it. They're going to be like, oh my God, that's not the game I was hoping for. The Crazy Climber fans will be happy. But everyone else will throw a tantrum, right?
Well, no,
So
because we would give a roadmap, so we would be all
we would
good.
give a roadmap.
Yeah, because the Crazy Climb people would be like, okay, we're taken care of, but Hydro Thunder people, don't worry. 7 months from now, you're gonna get yours too. Let's go, guys.
Yeah, I'll be honest. If they did a Crazy Climber cab, I would buy it. Yeah, I want more 80s games, and I feel like Arcade 1UP lost that. Like they kept pushing this stuff, and maybe it's because the retailers were like, we don't want to buy Cubert, we don't want to buy Crazy Climber, we don't want to buy like a lunar lander themed arcade. Like, you know what I mean? Like they didn't. If the retailers don't buy it, we don't see it, guys. That's the way it works, right? But I mean, why not put together a better presentation and talk them into buying it? I mean, isn't that your job?
That's exactly what I
Isn't
said.
that your
P-dubs.
job to walk in there and say, give
P-dubs,
them some
100%.
data, show them surveys,
100%, dude.
just throw it at them and be like, you guys are a fool not to trust us, and if it fails, it fails, right? And some of them would fail, right?
Yeah,
But
you're not gonna hit on everything.
I mean, leave no stone unturned, make it happen. They're like, oh, we'll do Fast and the Furious instead of Daytona, right? Because of the movies, right? Oh. But I mean, if Arcade 1UP was, let's just say in a perfect world, the retailers got on board and Arcade 1UP just kept releasing a lot of the 80s arcade games, the ones that made them great. Your Crazy Climbers, your elevator actions, your Cuberts, all these games. Like, wouldn't we all be happy right now? I think we would be happy.
Yeah,
I think
100%. Like
we'd
just
all
getting new
be
titles and
we'd all
new
be
form
like
factors and
oh my God, life is amazing. Look at all these 80s arcade machines. We got Rampage, like
what are some 80
yeah.
what are some 80s games that like you would be like, okay, like dude, you got me back in. I'm buying this. Like I want to buy it.
Well, that's the thing is like I agree with Hopsy here. They were doing 80s. Then all of a sudden they just went to a bunch of fighting games, which is fine because we all love Mortal Kombat and stuff like that. But then after that, Danny, it just kind of turned into Fast and the Furious and this other stuff. Ridge Racer surprised me because the Ridge Racer they got that to emulate and run really really well. Like I gave that machine a positive review. There's plenty of Arcade 1UPs I've given negative reviews to, but that Ridge Racer I gave a positive review. And even after we've modded it now, technically you could probably not mod it and probably still end up being happy with it. The victory games on there, the victory racing games, what are they called again? Those are fun. And they play well. But
what if they did this? So like this is what the motto should be. You re-release everything, right? Whether it's XL, it's deluxe, you're just re-releasing, right? Let's say you get 10 re-releases a year and you do 2 80s and 2 90s titles 3 months apart. That right there is 12. That's a year. So you're satisfying both the 80s, the 90s, early 2000s people, and there's no complaints. I don't understand why this can't be done. So, like you said, are they going, is Cyrus walking in with his ear pods like this? Is he walking in like this and saying, hey, Best Buy, did you want to buy Cubert? And they're like, no. He's like, okay, so we'll just take another Pac-Man, right? Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so we'll get the Pac-Man. Or are you sitting there and you say, no, like I'm locking the door. We're not leaving.
Let's just imagine keep in mind, guys, if Arcade 1UP failed because they couldn't get games released, it's because they couldn't get the retailers to buy the games to sell to you. All right, so you got to keep that in mind. But let's just say in a perfect world, can you imagine what a monster this company could be if they had gotten the retailers to agree to make, I had to pull up a list here. A Marble Madness cab, Gravatar, a Moon Patrol, that beautiful Moon Patrol artwork on it, Zaxxon, Gorf, Kangaroo. People crap on Kangaroo. Kangaroo's a fun freaking game, man. That's why I was talking about doing a Kangaroo live stream earlier. Doing some of these they've already done here. Pole position. Pole position, I think, would have been great for them. 1982.
Yeah. I think
Track
Super Sprint.
Track and Field, Dedicated Sinistar, Qbert. We know the Nintendo license wasn't going to happen, so we're not even going to mention the Nintendo games. Robotron, Smash TV. Like, if they had added those games to their lineup, how could they have not been, like, selling? Like,
I know.
I mean, you look at me, I spend $200 on these food fighting stuff that companies make this big. You're telling me if one of these companies made a food fight that was a 3/4 to 1-to-1 scale, you know, that I wouldn't buy it? Fuck yeah, I'd buy that shit.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
So, you know, man, can you imagine if they had done all those games? If they had gotten the retailers on board, that would have been epic. But who knows? I mean, there's a lot of economics behind these decisions, guys. So
A tons that we'll never understand. Really, it's a lot. But we'll always be here, still fighting for it. Because if you don't talk about it, I feel like I mean, like last night, like John D was in the chat with us. Like you never know who's watching, so talk about it. Like let your voice be heard. At the end of the day, I mean that's what YouTube is for. So yeah, when you said like, hey, there's only so much you could talk about. Oh, dude, I could talk Arcade 1-Up till the cows come home, and trust me, they ain't coming.
Well,
so,
John D
like,
is not going back to Arcade 1-Up. He's probably
no, yeah,
he's probably starting his own thing that he's been working on for a long time. So, all I can say is I think there's going to be more options in this space. All the signs are pointing to that direction that he's going to be releasing something. So, yeah, there you go. Look at Jason. He says John D is single-handedly saving the arcade space. Stay tuned. April is coming. Yeah, they're gonna make a big announcement, supposedly in April. We'll see.
We'll all be watching.
Yeah, we'll be watching. See what he's been working on something pretty huge. I've heard some whispers, but I don't have anything to report on, and I don't want to put anything false out there in the ether as to what he might be doing.
You need 3 sources, PDubs. That's what I've been told. 3 sources.
Yeah, and I'm only at 2, so I need one more person to confirm it, and I will definitely make a video about it.
All right, PDubs, I'm going to confirm it for you.
Because according to Console Fanboy, it's all about the views, so why not?
Let's go, dude.
In my opinion, yeah, so he's not, guys, he's not going back there, but they're probably starting their own thing. So, which is interesting.
You think Scott B's with him or no?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about him. So, but yeah, we'll see. April 1st confirmed. It could all be an April Fool's joke. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't it be funny?
Yeah. Wouldn't it be great if, like, on April Fool's, John D sends out a Twitter and he's like, "Hey guys, we're bringing back Tiger Electronics, bro. Get your handheld Tiger Electronics. Today I got all the licenses for Tiger Electronics." Would it be funny if he pulls a troll job on everybody? That would be hilarious, but
yeah, that'd be funny.
Him and I have a weird relationship. I mean, we have virtually no relationship, but I've only talked to him out of 4. Been doing this stuff for 4 years now. I've only talked to him like 3 or 4 times. And it was always about some bullshit going on. You know what I mean? That there was some community drama bullshit going on or whatever. I never actually got to have a normal conversation with the guy.
That's disappointing because I'm sure he's probably pretty cool.
So, so we'll see. I mean, I never really got to know him, but I know who he is, and things he's done, good and bad. No one's perfect, so it is what it is. But hey, man, I would love there to be more options in this space. So if more companies come out in April providing more options, I would like to see that. I would. So
Yeah, 100%.
yeah, I'm not going to crap on that. We need options, right, guys? You want options, right? Because without options, a company like Arcade One Up can stay
Keep
in
making
business.
Pac-Man.
They can stay in business by doing the minimal, right? But if there's more options out there and the pressure's on, like, dude, we're going to lose our livelihoods, they tend to kind of,
Ramp it
make
up a
the
notch.
ramp it up a notch, right? I mean, look at what At Games is doing. At Games has got their foot to the floor right now. They're trying to make big moves. So
Is PDubs, is At Games building the Death Star? I love the home arcade community. He's gonna die. Meanwhile, in the background, At Games is building the Death Star. I'm like, Papa Brad, have you seen Star Wars? You don't want to build the Death Star.
oh come on, we've all said stuff that
No, I love it. I love it. I
we've
love
all
it.
said stuff that we probably regret saying, myself included. I've been canceled so many times I have no idea. So
I
yeah,
have no idea.
yeah, more options, baby. How do you know he's not involved, Toxin? How do you know he's not part of that? You guys,
Interesting. Yeah,
you should think about that a little bit more. You should think about that a little bit more.
that's an
Um,
interesting theory.
yeah, I mean, he wanted to make one, and why could he not work with them in some kind of like consulting role to make that a reality? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey man, sorry I got high-low turned off, but you want to build a candy cam together? It could happen. It's all about money, baby. It's all
Yeah.
about money. It's all about money and relationships. So
That's what he said in the chat.
yeah. So how do you know that's not his, or at least he's part of it? How do you know he's not? You know.
Yeah.
So, but in my opinion, though, he's got like his own brand new thing coming out. I mean, look at the number of his people who are actually close to him. Keep in mind, guys, I've only talked to him like 4 or 5 times in 4 years. That doesn't make me a John D friend. We just know who each other are. And unfortunately, every time we've had to talk to each other, it was over some weird bullshit going on that we all got looped in on. So I never really got to have a normal conversation with the man. But um all his friends are super excited right now. People who actually know him closely, right? Content creators and people in the community, they're all real hyped about him coming back. So, you know,
God,
and
can you
they
imagine? Like, we could get like. Can you imagine the possibilities of like him wanting to do like having that passion for home arcade, like wanting to do like said wacky title kind of thing? Oh my god, it'd
yeah,
be
but
ridiculous.
I would hope though that he changes his approach a little bit to the social media stuff. Because keep in mind, he did get his feet in hot water a lot. There's a lot of stuff that he did and said that, I'm sure he regrets. I'm sure he got pulled into someone's office, got a talking to. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you did that on the internet. So I mean, if he comes back and he's doing his own thing, if he changes his approach to how he approaches social media and just be a professional. In my opinion, most of the time, you just got to let your product speak for itself, and you as the personality are not the product if you're selling something. Like, a YouTuber, like the product is you. Like Danny, you're the product of your channel. You realize that? You're selling yourself. Your
Yeah.
opinion,
Yeah.
your opinions, your content, your ideas, you are selling you. You're the product. Now, when it comes to, let's just say, Arcade One Up, do you really need like a showman with a microphone? It's nice to have a communicator, but no, what you need is a great product. You put a great product out there, the product sells itself. People will be like, "Oh
Yeah.
my god, this is awesome." Have you
100%.
The number one way you get a sale is through a referral. It's the way it's always been in this world. The number one way you get a sales through a referral. And if you release a great product, people are like, dude, did you play that new arcade? They nailed it.
Yep.
And people buy it.
Yep. Repeat
Like,
and referral customers.
so I hope that whatever he's working on when it comes out, he obviously you hype it up, hey, we got this coming out. But I hope he lets the products speak for themselves and learns from past social media issues, right?
Yeah.
That way it all. Yeah, exactly, Shreddy. That's the point I was trying to say. He's got a huge fan base. John D's got a lot of people that just love him and thinks he can't go wrong. But keep in mind, there's also a big chunk of the fan base that doesn't like some of the stuff he's done or said publicly. So
and Doug has a good point here. I don't know if you want to pull that up. It says, I think Arcade One Up needs both great products and communication because right now they're lacking in both. At the end of the day, it's like kind of one or the other. That's why I said, hey, half an hour stream, even if you want to do it bi-weekly or whatever, to say, hey guys, we're still here, we're still rocking. Let's answer your questions as best we can. They're paying somebody in Travis to do that, and Travis is great on the mic, guys. He can get on and make it very professional. Cyrus would just be there to just kind of shake his head yes or no. He doesn't even really need to be there. But you get a guy like Travis who, whenever we have on, the community floods him with questions. Mike B could be there. I could be present. We can make conversations. Like, that's what, at the end of the day, you can have great communication. We don't need, God, what was that girl that was doing the casino-cade and she just looked like she didn't want to be there? Liv? No, it's not Liv. It's
some of that Nicole girl.
Yeah, Nicole, like, just go stop. Like, get people that are actually hyped about wanting to be there. Like, hey, get hyped about the product, Like,
she looked like
she was miserable, dude. It's like, oh God, is it lunch yet? Jesus Christ.
She looks like a
someone's
hostage.
Yeah, like
it's like a hostage,
hostage
video. Hostage video.
But I'm just saying, like you get on with us, guys. Like, I can't. I'm yeah.
Just if you go back, I think some of those videos are still on their YouTube. Go back and just look at her eyes. Her eyes scream, "Help me!
Yeah,
help me!"
But that's what I'm talking about. Like, those are the vibes you're giving off. Like, these guys and these people, they're not meant to do like what we do. At the end of the day, you have to have some kind of talent to talk to a webcam here. So I think that's the difference of just like getting the community hyped. We've built a backing. I mean, PDubs, look at how many people you have watching your videos, subscribe to your channel, like in PDubs you trust kind of thing. Same thing with Michael B. Like, the people that subscribe to your guys' channels, like, they trust your opinions and they trust your content, and they obviously find you someone entertaining to subscribe to your channel and they come back for more. So that's what, like, we would do. We would just talk about it. Like, this is who we are and this is what we have and this is my experience of it. So
Danny, every time you're on the air, I feel like you're filling out a job application. Calm down, Danny.
Let's go.
Call me crazy, but something tells me Arcade One Up knows that you are interested in collaborating with them. Something tells me they know, Danny. Maybe
I sure hope they do.
Maybe they've heard it to watch or twice. Shreddy B says, sorry, Danny, some influencers are difficult to watch because you feel like they are feeding you BS most of the time. The community sees it. Yep. So that's why you don't hire like an influencer. You do what you guys remember Zen Studios, right? That pinball show, which I think unfortunately got canceled due to their recent Zen Studios layoffs, but the pinball show was perfect. Zen Studios is like, we're going to create this monthly update show where we're going to have two people come on and hype up all our announcements, tell people when things are being released. And they just hired a couple of, actor kids in college to host the show. You know what I mean? And yeah, they were reading off a teleprompter, but it was literally, hey guys, here's the information. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Goodbye. Quick 10-minute broadcast hosted by a couple of hired actors. And it worked out just fine for them, right? That show would still be going on if it wasn't for, Endeavor Group forcing some layoffs over there and trimmings of the budget. But I think it's Endeavor Group that owns Zen, or am I wrong? I'm thinking of something else. You guys let me know in the live chat. I think it starts with an E. But yeah, so that's what they need, man. Just a couple good salespeople put in front of there. Because keep in mind, you could hire. Okay, here's a perfect example. They could hire the Rexer show. They could throw him a bag of money, the biggest arcade one-up hater on the planet, and say he's gonna host our show, right? And do you realize people would still call him a sellout and think he's a shill? And what is he doing here? Why is he working for them? You know what I mean? Like,
But Council Kids did say one
they
thing.
could ask me to do it. And even though I feel personally I've been pretty fair with Arcade One Up down the line over the years, the minute that announcement comes out, they'd be like, "Oh my god, he's a sellout! How dare he?" It's better you hire a couple of nobodies. That way people have nothing to say about him. Just stick them on there and have them make it entertaining without it looking like a hostage crisis.
Or a time crisis.
It's a no-win scenario. So I'm just trying to give you real world feedback. You know what I mean?
No,
So,
you're not wrong in the slightest bit. I think
yeah.
I mean Council Kids did say in your late night New Year's Eve stream that there's one guy in the community that probably wouldn't care, and that's me. I don't care at the end of the day. You're either with me or you're not. Like, you either like me or you don't. And I hope you like me and I hope you're on board. But if you don't, that's okay. Because I've realized that out of the, if there's 100 people that subscribe to you, there's going to be 10 people that want you murdered, literally. Like, this world that we live in is a very interesting one. So I take
That's
it for what
true.
it is, and I just surround myself with positivity and positive people, and it wouldn't matter because I'm excited about this. So you're just seeing me as a hardcore casual to say, hey, look, said Smash TV came out. Let me show you the cab. Let's go over all the features. Like, this is some of the cool stuff. This is some stuff that I wish they maybe could have changed or tweaked. But at the end of the day, is it worth your money? I don't know. Like, to me, it was. I would wait on a sale, maybe when it goes down $3.99 kind of thing. I floated out the idea, PDubs, of, if because there's no incentive to pre-order, right? So if a cab comes out at $4.99, make it day one pre-order. You get it for $3.99. How many pre-orders would go up then?
Wait a minute. Arcade One Up has done that. Let's be fair. They've announced some arcades and they've knocked like $50 off, or I think maybe only once or twice they knocked like $100 off when the day was announced. So they've done that. They have.
Yeah,
done that.
I think that's a money. That's
I mean,
great idea.
I mean, that's a great way to do it. I mean, think about it. Whenever At Games releases a product or announces a product, puts it up for order, it's on sale. There's your incentive. New Wave Toys, same thing. They just announced their little mini black hole pinball machines, but hey, if you don't want to spend 200 on it, you can save $40 using this discount code, get it for 160, right? Like, Arcade One Up has done it, albeit rarely, on some of their arcades where it's like, hey man, it's $50 off day one.
No, do 100. Do 100. But yeah, that's
how, just write it off.
Just write it off. That's what, look at behind me. That's why I bought the Street Fighter, and I got the Galaga Deluxe too. I was like, man, these prices, it's like you can't say no. Like, I got to do it. Look at 720 Eric. He says, I give Danny about a year and he'll start hating on One Up. I don't know. It's been almost, it's getting to 2 years, so we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I always told you was, after a few years of being in this community wears you down, and you'll be what's the word? You'll be old and jaded like me. That's what I told you.
A
And
sour stooge.
You mentioned that earlier in the stream, like, it's like, you want to get hyped. You want to be the hype man. Like, dude, I was the hype man for a long time. Like, anytime At Games announced something, or iArcade, or even Arcade One Up, if it was something good, I'd be like, guys, check it out. We're getting this, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm more level-headed, like, like, this probably isn't going to sell well. So yeah, man. It'll wear on you, man. YouTube wears on you, bro. It wears on you.
It does. I don't know how you guys do it. Like put out the kind of
Yes,
videos that you
there you
do.
go. Seasoned and experience. There you go. You get a little more seasons. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I was gonna say I don't know how you and like Michael B, for example, like put out the amount of videos that you do. I mean, part of it is you guys work from home, so it's probably a little bit easier to do something like that.
Yes.
Breaking news hits, you just shut that off, you turn this on and be like, "What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the loft." But it's
Yes.
hard. I don't think people truly understand. That's why I still have like 2 review videos that I could do. It's just probably not going to happen. You know, the Atari pub table,
Why
Big Buck
not?
Hunter Deluxe.
Put
It's
it out
just
there.
it's hard. Like for instance, it's in the kitchen. So like the kids are sleeping, so I got to be like quiet when I'm in the kitchen
Content is
filming this
content.
thing. I guess,
Everything is
yeah.
content. Content's king. Now, I've if it wasn't for the fact that I work from home, I would not have made 900 videos in 4 years.
Yeah.
Being working from home and being able to get off work and take care of whatever I need to do, cleaning, dishes, whatever, and then being able just to turn on a camera without having to commute. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing though, on days I actually go into the office, because I live about an hour away from my job, hour there, you're there, then an hour home. Um, I don't, I get home from commuting and I come in and take care of my dogs and my wife and all that and eat dinner and stuff. And all of a sudden it's like 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. All of a sudden I'm too tired.
Yeah.
I'm too tired to pull out a camera, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I mean, working, if it wasn't for, I think if I didn't work from home the last 4 years, I probably would have only made 300 videos in 4 years versus 900. I think
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
my production would have been 2/3 less. You know what I mean? So yeah. Hey, no problem, Hopsy. Why not do a late night stream? When you do a late night stream, you're not expecting there to be a big turnout, but it's cool to see that it's cool to see that there's people here at this hour, right?
Yeah, and
So
thank
yeah.
you for the support, Hospice. He
Yeah.
have you seen some of those shorts that I put out, P-dubs?
No, I had to unsub because you put out too many. You were spamming me.
They were so it's AI generated. It's crazy the world that we live in
You're
now.
using that Opus app. I know. We use the
Yeah,
same
dude.
thing on the Super Game Room dudes.
Oh, it's so cool.
There's a whole bunch of Super Game Room dude shorts. So we were gonna do that where you do the shorts based on the episode. There's an app out there called Opus for you content creators out there, and it just does it all for you automatically. You just gotta pay for it. But people were getting bad, feeling like we were spamming them. And I was like, you know what, dude? They're kind of right. So we stopped doing that. We stopped doing that. So here's
Yeah.
what I would do. Here's what I would do is this is just my suggestion as a viewer for you. And you guys let him know in the live chat what you guys think. If you're gonna do if you do an hour-long show and you're gonna do a couple of shorts, pick only a couple of like the absolute best moments
Hmm.
from that episode, right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna do shorts, but because like these apps that'll pre-cut shorts for you, they give you anywhere from like 10 to 20 clips.
Oh
Just
yeah, yeah.
uploading all of them is just crazy because some of them are overlapping, and it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, I was putting the shorts out just for like people
Yeah,
that who like don't want to watch the whole 2 hour show to just like catch
yeah.
glimpses and highlights, kind of like ESPN highlights essentially.
Well, why not? Well, you could always clip them together and make a highlight reel. Maybe do.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've always wanted to do, and you guys let me know out there in the live chat was a lot of people nowadays are just using tools because let's be honest, when you have a tool, it makes you more lazy. So if you have a tool, a bot, a program that does all this work for you, and all you have to do is click a few buttons. So for instance, like we've been streaming for an hour and 39 minutes. I could go to this website and it'll automatically create a whole bunch of shorts based upon what the robot feels were the best conversations held during this broadcast and just create a bunch of clips and people post them. That's what Danny's been doing. We've done that in the past. But why not just make a highlight reel? You know what I mean? Why not just take the hour and 30 minutes and like trim it down to like 15 minutes or less? You know what I mean? Like, would you guys like to see that kind of stuff?
And it would just be like what, short back to back to back to back kind of thing.
Well, no, not the shorts, because you know you want to have it full screen. You don't want to have
Oh,
the,
okay,
the
okay.
portrait mode thing. But
That would be a lot of editing.
that's the thing is, you
Yeah.
know,
Time versus money kind of thing.
It's editing, but you know, hey, you don't have time to watch the whole show. Here's the 15-minute abbreviated version of the show, right? So you guys let me know what you think about that in the live chat. I've always been curious to see if that would even work. So
You know, PDubs, I do all of my content on my phone. Everything.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
The review videos, everything.
Well, I was the same way. The first year I was on YouTube, everything you guys see in my first 100 videos or so is all cell phone stuff. Yeah, highlight reel would be nice for Super Game Room dudes. Let's see here. James says short audience is pretty different. The experts caution newer long form channels avoiding shorts because short viewers don't typically watch long form and it can hurt you. So, yeah, if you put out a bunch of shorts and people subscribe to the shorts, those people will not watch your long videos because they're the kind of people that have a 15-second attention span. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of throwing them out there just to like say like, you know, oh, somebody caught it in the algorithm and then they say, oh, well, what's this show? And they click on it, subscribe, and then they can watch like the whole thing. But I guess that's not what happens.
Yeah. Justin says, hey man, if he knows his topics aren't going to take an entire hour, he will say, here's the information, here's my presentation, now let's just chill, tell me about your day or whatever. So everyone does it a little bit differently, so I like that. I like when Justin does that too on his streams,
and he puts some music on in the background.
Yeah. There you go. I like longer stuff too, man, because you know when I work, luckily I'm blessed where I have a job where I do a lot of work where I'm listening to stuff in the background. So I listen to a lot of YouTube stuff in the background.
Well, and I'm the same way, but the problem is P-dubs, like kids nowadays. I mean, my daughter has a little tablet. She's 3 years old and she's just scrolling through the shorts. That's what kids do. They have a very short attention span. Like you and me, we're older, so I want to listen to a 4-hour show, while I'm doing stuff. But you know, the people that watch my channel, 97% are male, as most Cornercade YouTubers probably are. Anywhere from 25 to like 60 is the age gap. So you know, kids usually gravitate towards the shorts a little bit more. So
yeah. But Danny, I just realized we've been on for an hour and 45 minutes. Holy crap.
Guys, let's go. Put a 2 in the chat if you want us to go all night long.
No, stop it. You're nuts.
Can we hear a little bit? Can we hear a little bit more of that music before we leave?
Well, last time I did it, I must have flipped something that I made it angry.
Okay.
So now I'm like scared to do it, but here we go. Let's do a little bit right there. Yeah.
Here we go, dude.
Okay, so here's what we'll do. Because this was supposed to be Ask Me a Q&A. Guys, get your last minute questions in the chat for the next like 5 minutes or so, and because we're supposed to be answering their questions, and then we went off on a
and then we'll put a pin in it, right? Like you say.
Put a pin in it. So yeah, we all have our own catchphrases, man.
Is Mrs. Cornercade coming to join the Super Game Room dudes or what?
She has an open invite to be on the show at all times.
I seriously want her to join. That'd be so funny.
Yeah, she can come on anytime. We'd love to have her on, and we'll protect her. We'll make sure that people treat her respectfully. But you know what I mean, like. But yeah, we'd love to have her on because it'd be great. Thanks so much for liking the Wayne's World 8. You guys got no questions? We put everyone to sleep. Okay, here we go. What would be your dream cab from Arcade 1UP in 2023, P-Dub? All right, dream cab.
Oh, 2024. He corrected.
Or 2024. Shit. For years, it was easy for me to answer this question and say Cubert, but I bought a real Cubert. I have a real Cubert arcade cabinet because so that's kind of tough, bro.
What's your top 3 arcade games? Like, think about that.
Well, I mean, I'd love for them to do a Popeye because I just think the Popeye cabinet's beautiful. I love elevator action. I'd love to see an elevator action cabinet. What else? OTG's here. I saw OTG on a stream tonight. OTG, it looked like you had a crush on somebody. I'm just messing with you, man.
So KFB is blocked here.
Well, console fanboy that's a whole nother topic, but Zohar asked us to block him, and then we blocked him, and then we're like, we could unblock him. It's a polarizing thing, man. I don't want to get into it, but
Hospy's got a great question here.
Am I going to watch am I going to watch the Rumble? So I think CM Punk is going to win the Rumble. I think CM Punk is going to win the Rumble and face Seth Rollins. I think he's going to go Seth Rollins. I actually think I wouldn't be shocked if Roman Reigns loses the title at the Rumble, and Roman Reigns versus The Rock will still happen, but it'll be like a head of the table match versus a championship title match. Because think about it, guys, they're not gonna have Rock's not doing another title run. So that's what I think is going to happen.
So what?
Anyone could take over. I would like to see new companies, Rafcon. I would like to see new companies. So to answer that question.
PDubs, do you think New Wave Toys is coming out with a 3/4 scale?
They're definitely doing a bigger arcade. But knowing Shiloh, it would be more 1-to-1 scale. Because Shiloh doesn't like 3/4. So it would be like Arcade 1-Up XL size, but maybe even a little bit bigger than the XL size, like very close to 1-to-1 recreation. Shiloh is not the kind of guy who would make a 3/4.
And he's like super tall too. So like a 3/4 scale to him would look like a numbskull.
$2 from Bush and Ryu. AVP and Robotron cab win. AVP is definitely not happening.
Yep.
The rumor, keep in mind this is just rumor, because everything I hear comes from other people who actually talk to people at Arcade 1-Up. The rumor is AVP got leaked to see if you guys would get hyped about it and consider buying it, and most of the community shit all over it, and because of that they canceled doing it. Otherwise it would have happened. So there you go.
Thank you, Arcade 1-Up, for listening.
That's the rumor.
What about Robotron?
Robotron vs. Smash TV, I think in my opinion, it might be the only new one that gets released this year, because it's the only one that everyone keeps still talking about. So it sounds like it's going to happen.
Dude, let's go.
So, yeah. It's going to be 22 out of 25th scale. 88%.
Yes, Chris, yes.
I love the G.I. Joel stand, the 3/8 scale arcade. Okay, here we go. You get to save one cabinet. Which one makes it out of the fire? So what's interesting is I would grab my pinball roller, and I would pull out my Super Mario Brothers Mushroom World pinball machine, and I would pull that out. You might say, well, wait a minute, PDubs, what about Cubert? Guys, I can find a real Cubert arcade. There's still plenty available aftermarket. People sell them, flip them all the time. I'll find another real Cubert. But that Super Mario Brothers Mushroom World, they only made 500 of those in the early 80s. And probably 300 or so are in landfills and have long been destroyed. There's probably only 100, 200 left in existence in the entire world. And it was like the first pinball machine I ever played when I was a little kid. So, yeah, I would save that one. So everything else can burn.
Shit, mine's not that great, but I guess Marvel vs. Capcom 2 behind me.
Oh, you would pull that out?
Yeah. Either that or Killer Instinct. That made you snort.
You're nuts, dude.
I don't have any of those primal rage or anything like that. I don't have that rage. I
Yeah. Oh,
I got
man.
my one-ups. That's it.
Why do you guys hate Primal Rage out there? Primal Rage is dope. I'm
Primal
actually
Rage
starting
is
to
dope.
I'm starting to get good at it now that I own the real thing and can play it like emulated the way it should be played. I mean, it's not emulation, it's the arcade, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I'm trying to run it through a PC that can't run it. Because
Yeah.
Primal Rage is a game that you can't run correctly. So yeah. Oh yeah, we need to go to bed. Make sure you guys check out Smoke Break on YouTube. Smoke Break has been doing live gameplay live streams where he actually plays his arcade one ups. He does like you could join him and play NFL Blitz and stuff. He's doing a good job. Make sure you check out his channel. Make sure Toxin, I got to get you on, man. But Toxin told me, Danny, check this out. Toxin told me that I had to give him like a 2 or 3 day notice. You know what I mean? Because he's big time. He's big time.
Oh my god.
He's got to try and squeeze me into his schedule. So Toxin, I've been wanting to get Toxin on the channel forever. I met Toxin in Cleveland, and he's the nicest kid on the planet, or man, I should say. He's like the nicest guy ever.
Yeah,
So,
he really
yeah.
is. He sent me a free antenna to one of my one-ups to try to fix it, and Karma came back and he won arcade one-up hat from me from one of my shows.
Yep. James hates everything. He really truly loves everything. I think it's all a ruse. And then of course Chaotic. Make sure you guys check out Chaotic on YouTube as well. It's nice to see so many YouTubers always tuning in to my shows. I greatly appreciate
Supporting
it,
each
guys.
other. That's how it's done.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem. When people are streaming or stuff, I'll hop in and try and stay for as long as I can.
Hey, PDubs, are you trying to make it out to the Midwest Gaming Classic in later? Like I think it's in April.
Who's gonna be there?
It's supposed to be the headliners are going to be Travis MCP, rumored Michael B the Game Genie, of course your boy the Cornercade and Mrs. Cornercade, and OTG, and there's going to be with special guest appearances from PD7, Godly, Moat. I mean, it goes down the line. Ezekiel the Chicago Retro Ranger. It's going to be big, guys. That's just like the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, but
so we're going to try to sign.
What are we gonna do there?
Dude,
what are we doing?
We are going, dude. We're gonna make new super chat videos. So like my face will hit your stomach and let's go. That'll be another one. No, we're gonna have fun playing arcades. I'll get to finally meet you guys. You guys will see why I have the energy. It'll be an absolute blast. We'll get to meet that NBA Jam guy that says "Boom shakalaka." Like that'll be dope. I never got to do any of this stuff. You guys have already been there, done that. But for me, we've never got to meet anybody in person. So I think it'll be fun if it can all happen. I mean, this is like 10 minutes from my house. So what you could do then is everybody could come over and kick it in the Cornercade. That would be dope.
Yeah. Katie had me laughing when she said, I'll have Danny watch the kids so I can go to the convention with you boys.
Oh my God.
I told her, I said, don't worry, we'll send Danny Uber Eats.
Hey, that'd be dope. I'll take it.
We'll send him and the kids Uber Eats.
He doesn't die, and I love it.
All right, guys, it's been 2 hours of really nonsense. Thanks so much for staying up late with us and checking us out. Make sure you check out Cornercade on YouTube. Danny, thanks for jumping on and covering for me during my microphone issues. As always, I am all about the community, so subscribe to Smoke Break. Go buy Giovanni's hand pumps. Brooklyn Menace. Make sure you check out Brooklyn Menace on YouTube. Chaotic's on YouTube. Who else am I missing?
Oh, if Chaotic's going to Southern Fried in Atlanta, that'll be OTG goes to that.
Make sure you listen to the Nerd Jock podcast. They're not just nerds, they're jocks and nerds. Make sure you check that out on YouTube. Big shout out to Jason, the greatest moderator in our community. He's doing the day he quits moderating people's live streams, all our live streams are going to turn to shit.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
We're all going down.
Tomorrow's Super Game Room dudes. I have no idea what the show's going to be about, so we'll see. All right, guys. Here's what I'm going to say. Danny, I'm going to do my sign off. Don't go anywhere, everybody. I'm hoping this is funny. I'm going to do my normal sign off. but I'm going to let you get the final 2 words in, and I want I want you to yell it before I play the intro. You know what I want you to say, right?
Come on, dude, please.
All right. All right, guys. This is, I can't even do it because I'm.
Yeah, I gotta take a deep breath. Wait, put the music on. Maybe that'll help.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Yeah, let's do it. Hold on. Hold on. All right, hold on.
We love you, Home Arcade community. We love you.
This is going to be a great sign off, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me talk to you straight. Let's keep it straight. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it legit. Tonight's been a fun broadcast. Thanks to you viewers in the live chat for tuning in, talking about all this random nonsense with me, PDubs, and Danny over here at the Cornercade. And I just have one more favor to ask. Do us a favor on the way out. Wait, I screwed it all up. Do us a favor. Click that thumbs up on your way out. And as always, my dudes, thank you for subscribing.
Let's go.
I'm disappointed in that. Let's go. Give me a bigger one.
Oh, stop. My kids are sleeping. Come on now.
No, I want a big one. We're going to wake the kids up. We're going to wake the kids up.
My wife will kill me. Are you kidding me?
We're going to wake. Dude, just do it. Just do it. Just do it.
Here,
I want a bigger one. This is the only time I'm going to let you say this shit on my channel. And as always, my dudes, thank you for subscribing.
Let's go.
Dude, put some balls behind it.
It was turned up all the way, dude.
No, it wasn't.
I swear to God it was.
No, you turned up the mic volume, but not your voice. I want to give me the biggest Let's Go in the history of Let's Go so I can get the hell. You're going to do it. You're going to do it.
No, my wife will seriously kill me. You know what
Come on, here we go. All right, here we go. All right, we're even going to turn down the music here because I want everyone to hear the Let's Go here. Because, I got nothing better to do at midnight. And as always, my dudes, thank you for subscribing.
Let's go.
Dude, come on.
All right, we'll see you in the next one, guys.
Dude, Danny, do it right, or you're never coming on the channel again.
Oh, stop it.
This is a total threat. Are you going to do it right? Are you going to do it right?
No, that's as loud as I'm going to get, my guy.
Imagine this, guys. I'm sitting here. I'm delivering with the P-dubs with the golden baritone voice. I'm like, give us a thumbs up on the way out, and thank you for subscribing. And this is what the viewers are hearing, Danny. Danny, this is what the viewers are hearing. Oh yeah, we'll flip it. All right, here's what the viewers are listening to. Let's go.
Oh, stop it. That's not what it sounds like.
It sounds like Justin Bieber over there is saying let's go.
I'll do the outro and you do the let's go. That'll be better because you can get a lot louder. You got teenage kids.
Yeah, I'll fucking do it. Let's do it. Let's rock.
See, that's way better.
You better say my line right.
Okay, so how do you say it? How do you say your
Give
line?
us a thumbs up on the way out. And as always, my dudes, thank you for subscribing. Let's go.
All right, guys, please give us a thumbs up on your way out. And as always, my dudes, thank you for subscribing.
Let's fucking go!